Do you want to know how kinky I am? Come right in and I'll tell you my secrets. By Demeterdelune. You could say porn and I are in a long-term, on-again, off-again relationship. I came to watching porn later in life than most, on a regular basis anyway. I'm old enough to remember life before the internet, and before porn became so easy to access. My second husband was a porn aficionado. His first wife swore he was addicted. He may have been, but it never caused an issue in our marriage. There was never a time I thought, he's getting off to porn and not getting off to me. He's old enough to remember Usenet. At the time, he worked for a large computer and software company in our area and was well versed in how the beginning of the internet worked. He never deleted any porn he downloaded, unless he found it wasn't what it should be. Back in the early days of downloading, oftentimes child pornography was snuck in under the guise of something different. You could download what you thought was a family-friendly movie even, and end up with something a lot different. When we met, he had terabytes of porn saved on external hard drives and his current computer. Of course, over time, I went through all of it. For the most part, I was curious about what interested him. I came to find out not all the porn he possessed was for him. When he became involved with a woman, if they were into pornography, he would download movies he thought would appeal to them. He was trying to figure out what made her tick. It's a rather brilliant strategy, in theory. There are numerous types of porn that I love to watch, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's something I want to do in real life. Just because something gets me off doesn't mean I want to actively participate in it. That's not to say I haven't been so intrigued by what I've viewed on screen to at least attempt it in real life. Notice I said attempt. Some things I'm just not built for. I'm a bigger girl, and my knees are not in the best shape after incurring injuries and years of trauma. Reverse cowgirl anal looks like a lot of fun, but I've never been able to sustain the position. I absolutely love anal play. I hated it at first, but I came to realize it had more to do with my partner than with what I desired. When done respectfully and by following my lead, anal is one of my favorite things to do. I am a lover of taboo. Anal still feels naughty and just wrong, but only in the best way possible. My love of taboo things more than likely leads me to some of the porn I consume. One of my favorite videos is of a gangbang featuring one woman and 5 men. I know society as a whole views activities like that as whorish and immoral, but it gets me hot and bothered every time I watch it. Would I ever participate in a gangbang? You bet your sweet ass I would, in the right setting. My ex and I tried to set up a gangbang when we went to Vegas on vacation. This was back in the day when Craigslist worked properly. Between a Craigslist ad and our profile on an adult swingers website, we figured we would get as many participants as I wanted. I felt my top number there was 3, with my ex making the 4th. I didn't want to freak myself out with a room full of men trying to have their way with me. Sensory overload isn't my thing. It was a complete bust. We ended up with one guy who wanted to participate, but he was so freaked out by the possibility of swords crossing, he backed out at the last minute. We ended up at a sex club instead. A gangbang is on my naughty bucket list, and my husband knows. It's something I know I would love to try at least once. No, I don't need volunteers at this time, but thank you for thinking of me. Is there anything you've seen in porn you would love to try at home or anywhere else? Send me a message and let me know. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.